So we've come through. The party has been fed and have food and drink. Nick comes in and presents Orion and Lord Nixon. They come in. They're like, "How you?" Orion's like, "How you doing? Can I help you?"
Yes, we're feeling a little better now after our rest. We need more information about the conversation that you had with the Lich, if we may.
Yeah, the bishop.
Sure, is that his name?
And
Yes.
we said think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you talking about where we also talked to the Lich King?
Well, that as well. Any and all information of pertinence, including where to find the source of the green water so we can stop it.
He looks around and he doesn't see anyone that was there with them. So
Orion, do you know where everyone else is? We've not seen them or heard anything.
he says, so the others that got on the portal have not made their way back, or we've not found them yet?
Apparently not.
So he looks over at Nick. He says, Nick, why haven't you told me? And Nick's like you said that you wanted to keep an eye on Lord Nixon after your visit with the Lich. So we figured that was important. You seem quite adamant about that, especially after some of the things that you talked about, the battle in the courtyard.
Can you all just fill us in? We've been asleep for 4 days. 5 days. I don't even know how many days I've lost.
So, Orion's like, well, I'll try to tell you the best I can. So the Lich spoke to all of us when we went into this chamber. I'm rolling to see how well he remembers. He said that we'd all been touched by something traumatic in the mental and physical state.
I'm readying my shillelagh because I don't love the necromancer.
The necromancer is standing sort of pious and just sort of keeping his mouth shut, standing as tall as he could, being the classy high elf that he is. He said Lord Nixon here gave his letter to the Lich, which stated that the farmer is trying to return, and that the farmer is encroaching on is going to try to encroach on their territories.
So the farmer is trying to encroach upon the bishop's territory?
So, and he won't stop upon the bishop's territory. He will continue to amass an army. He spoke about how this Lich needs so many souls and so much magic to reform, and once he reforms, all those that he took magic from and killed will be converted into soldiers for him.
And what is this number of magic souls he needs?
The Lich put it in simple terms for us, and they said it will be close to like 5,000.
Where is this Lich?
He's everywhere that the green water is.
Where did you encounter the Lich specifically?
Which Lich?
The bishop? The source of the green water?
So the farmer.
The farmer.
You want to know the farmer. So
where do we find the farmer?
next to the dale.
Okay.
So sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I'm going to.
She's going
I'm going to lightning somebody.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I almost did that. It's where we. It's like his lair is where we found Aurora. It's like where we. It's where.
Wait, why down his lair? What?
Is the source.
Do what?
He's like. Remember we found Aurora and that was Temple and the Lich stuff.
I just rolled because I'm like, I guarantee it. Of course, you answered it before I can even say anything.
So we need. Oh no. Unfortunately, we don't have the giant lug with his net. We need fishing nets made out of non-magical material with a long rope.
Iran says that's not how the Lich told us to take care of it. The Lich says that if you stop its spread, he starts dying. As long as he can spread, like.
But we still want the source out of the liquid.
Well, the liquid is the source. It's like
How do we stop it spread? What did the Lich say?
We basically got to cut the water supply off that he's contaminating. If we can cut the water supply off at the source, it'll stop the spread.
Is that what the Lich said, Orion?
Basically, but to actually destroy the Lich, we needed a Lich to destroy a Lich. And he said something about needing an eye and a hammer, and Slick got really excited and apparently knew something about it.
Wait,
so,
was the eye in the hammer?
I don't know, but Slick said.
If so, I think I know where that went.
So the Slick said he needed that, but the Lich was adamant that it doesn't matter as long as he's spreading, he can't be destroyed. So you must stop the spread, and he'll start regressing back to his original source.
So we need an eye, a hammer, and another Lich to stop its spread.
It's not the hammer.
I think it was an eye out of a hammer.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what your shadow buddy took up with.
Oh, Orion starts snapping his fingers. Says yes. He said something about it's an eye of a Draco Lich. That was actually
Draco Lich.
Yes, it's like apparently he's one of the 7, and then if I'm remembering correctly, Drew apparently is connected somehow to like a mind lich. They keep talking about all these liches. Some seem like they're okay, and others seem like they're real jerks.
So to rid ourselves of the evil lich,
The farmer.
that's ruining the water, we have to summon forth a Draco Lich with an eyeball that's been stolen by a person who changed shape and faces.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be hard at all.
He actually like Orion, like his natural religion. Orion's like that's sort of close. The Lich basically said if we could put the eye of that Lich into the water, they're going to basically cancel out each other and destroy because they can't both cohabitate in their souls, so they'll destroy each other.
So we need the eye.
Okay, so we need the eye from that shadow guy, and we need to stop the spread of the water. Well, we need to stop the spread of the water first, so that it starts getting weak while we go look for the eye, and then come back with it and kill it. Right?
Once again, what is your chosen profession, good sir? Are you not a tracker?
Me? More of a tactician. If you know.
And not a ranger.
You don't.
I'm a trained tactician.
So you don't track enemies. I thought you did. Why?
Oh, I do track. I do a little tracking.
I dabble in tracking.
Well then, we need to locate wherever Shadow Scar went, I suppose. Because we need the eye, and we know where the source is at.
But it doesn't matter. You can throw that thing in there all day, and as long as he's growing, it ain't gonna do nothing. Until the water starts spreading and stops infecting, it's worthless. The eye is.
So we need to stop the source first, then get the eye.
Stop the spread, yeah.
So back to the hovel we
Hey.
went to.
Hey, Sarah, you happen to hear the number I said? Did you not? Or Ryan said?
Close to 5,000. Orion, how many
Yeah.
lives have been lost according to your friends?
For Siri.
Sarah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Sirik, how many lives have been lost according to your friends?
Around 500 dead.
But don't forget the magic. People losing magic counts.
500.
3,000 have lost magic,
How many?
give or take. 500 dead, 3,000 lost
3,000.
magic, give or take.
So we're at 3,500 out of our 5,000.
750 a day.
4 days. Guess what?
So, if someone knows where the source of the green water is, kind of, right, you know,
775 a day.
at least a vague description of how far they've tracked it. Let's go to as far as it's been tracked and continue on until we find the source. But we'll need a way to, like, does anybody have, like, spells where they can do, like, an earthquake or move some boulders around or something?
I do.
Bounty does.
Yeah, we may need to cap off the water source
Yeah, but-
in a way.
But that doesn't stop the spread of the city.
It doesn't?
You all created a new starting point. Congratulations.
The whale created
Because we
a
dumped
starting
them in a
point.
well, so it's spreading throughout the city now.
Yeah, so we gotta get them out of there too.
It's like
Getting them out won't do anything. It's already done it.
so. Sarah, roll insight.
Oh boy.
Well, if we at least stop it at its source, it'll stop killing humans. And it
14.
will only be taking magic from the Drow.
All right.
But that counts too.
All right. 14. There is a large water source that feeds the entire Drow city that you know of. It's like the Drow city is at one of the lowest points, so the water, if the water is contaminating, it's actually leaving the city on its way out. So you can actually stop it if you can, break up the water source.
And that is where does his insight tell him?
He knows where it is. That's his insight. He's from the Drow city. He knows that they get it from they get their entire water supply from one place.
I knew someone else that was also been in the city before.
Many, many moons ago, I was a resident of the city, yes.
Would you would you know the workings of plumbing?
It wasn't really my forte. I was
Yeah.
more of a study of.
Yeah, with him being a healer, he really didn't know much about the infrastructure that the resistant members would know.
Gotcha.
But-
Next, and what can you add to this information? That worked.
Yesterday? Got Kevin. Is it?
But you
Is he
know
gonna-
you know where you could cut
See
the
it
water
first?
off, basically, Sarah.
Lord Naxon, what can you add to this information to help us with this?
He just looks at you and he says my master knows that you've been touched by people that are working with the farmer, thanks to that staff that you have.
What does that mean? Like
Like the ally, the archdruid is an ally of the farmer.
So where's the archdruid now?
I don't know. Like he's working to make sure that the lich comes back. Lord Nixon's like, I'm tired of this conversation. There's nothing more I can add. Orion here had it pretty well, and I said, if you can, I'll excuse myself.
No, not unless somebody goes with you.
Orion's like, I've basically told everything I can tell you. I'll escort him back to the yard. He's like, they weren't really talking much to me except for the others there. They just, like the lich tapped into my grief. So, and with that they take their leave. So you can move them off. They happen to see a book laying on the floor.
I was hidden.
Where are you hitting that? You're in a hallway.
So what did they do about the book they saw on the floor?
It's just a book in a hallway. I'm gonna say it's on a desk, so it's not like it's.
I'll.
So, what are you all going? How are you going to deal with this? Are you actually going to try to cut the water source off?
Look over to you.
Or are you going to say, screw that? I'm going to go try to get the eye.
Look over to you and say, well, I think we know someone who's acquired some things that we could use to cut off the water source that we messed up and found before.
It's just possible. Do you
And
want
we
to
also
travel
need to.
to
We
there?
also need to read. I need to give her this information. Do you agree?
Nick says, "Who are you referring to?" Yeah, Nick's still there.
I don't care. I mean,
I need to inform. I need to inform the region of the West.
So okay, but what would she have that could help us?
She's acquired other forces from the West.
Okay.
They do happen to have a specific crafting person there that may be helpful in shaping and reshaping stone. From what I saw,
This person, if it's the same person that I believe he is, he may have worked in the forges of the West.
more than likely. Go retrieve that dwarf. Inform Kara. We need to see, is the teleportation portal up and running again?
Yeah, it's functioning now correctly.
So we can portal anywhere where we know that it wants to go. We can take the portal to the...
It's like everyone stepped on and off of it. You'd have to have someone that's never stepped on the portal and know where they're going.
We can only take it back to where
So
we've
you
been.
can only use the portal once in your life?
Once you step off of it, your paths are set.
You cannot
Well, the
take it
good news
anywhere
is
new.
we used the portal to get there before.
To get where? What are you talking about?
Where you want to go?
Now where you want to go?
Or did we march there?
Where are you talking about?
The first place we cleared out.
Where the Drow encampment, where the water.
Yes.
But that won't stop it. Like that won't stop the spread of the water.
Isn't that where we're to find the source of it?
That's where the source is, but this
Okay.
We have to stop the
you
spread.
You have two sources. Thanks to
We
what
have
you
to
did.
stop the spread before we destroy the source.
And that water supply that feeds the Drow City, you know this, it touches everything in the Underdark. So eventually, all water.
So let's grab the dwarf. We'll go to the center of the one in the Underdark and build a dam.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah,
With
basically
what
let's
army?
seal off both of these water sources.
Or we can
Like
drill a
the
hole
first thing we
straight
do.
down with magic and drop it where it's not going to be infected.
With
Yeah, blow it up, magic, I mean, whatever.
with
Smash
what
it with a large rock.
army?
Earthquake it.
There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us.
Doesn't take much to explode stuff.
Matter of fact, we do know where there is a whole lot of explosive powder. Let us all
Yeah.
visit the Queen, Regent, acquire a dwarf, powder, and a mule with a
Or a bear.
or a bear that can pull a wagon. We'll find it. We'll use the black powder to clear to where it drops off and never hits the center feed on either direction.
Well,
Did the
let's
party
go
not
do
work with
something.
Durgers at one point in time? I do remember. During the war for the castle?
Yes, we did.
Do you still have contact with them?
We can,
They come when they want.
yeah, we can try, but if we have enough money and they show up, we may be able to get them. to
Well, I
help
just
us.
happen to know
I
that.
have. I did have good rapport with the mercenary.
Do you all have time to do this?
No, we have 2 days.
Do you have 2 days? No,
We
like-
don't know.
We don't even know how many days we have.
No, I'm just exponentially. If he told you a number. So
Well, if we've been asleep for 5 days and we're at
Well, I
3,500,
do know we gotta, well, everything is saying that we gotta slow down the spread and then, try to kill it.
The spread first,
So-
then the source, then we get the eye to kill it.
3,500 divided by 5 is 700 a day.
So, are you saying that we should go and
you're doing the wrong type
help
of math.
help excavate, not excavate, but
That's
expedite the
average.
retreat of the Drow from their water source? Shall we offer them a place to stay to keep from being killed?
I'm sure, if we're the one that saves them, quote unquote, they might, be a little less likely to go to war with us.
Sarek,
It would be 3 days to get to the Druid.
3 days to get
We
to
don't
them.
have that time.
So
Did you hear what he said?
Okay.
Okay, while they're doing this, I'm asking Nick, because I am math illiterate, if I can talk to the unicorn.
So you want a unicorn?
Yes, I want a unicorn.
Nick.
They're behind you.
Nick says okay. He's going to go get one of the.
Will they go with him, or will they come back with him, or should I go and talk to them there? Because I don't know if the unicorn would go with.
He leaves. It's about 10 minutes, and in comes in him with a unicorn.
Okay,
So
so I'm gonna
her name's Starlight.
I'm gonna come over.
Because I know you're gonna ask.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna come over and speak to Starlight. Starlight, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Belny. Thank you so much for your help getting rid of the Ring of Transformation. It was because of your assistance that Wolfie was able to revert to her natural form. So I do want to thank you, and I know she does also. I need your help.
Actually, that's not true. Remember, the 2 unicorns died.
Both of them?
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it's not. Yeah, we have their
Yeah,
horns. Just
We're
kidding.
rocking their
She-
horns on our
just
waist.
kidding.
She said, thank you. I appreciate it. That was my twin sister.
Yes.
So
I'm sorry,
I
Starlight.
appreciate you fulfilling her duty since she was born. It's like she took great honor in doing such a thing.
I do appreciate her sacrifice.
That was her purpose. It was not a sacrifice.
We need your help in locating Queen
Is she
Ava.
like speaking in regular language, or is she like in Druidic, Fae?
I can speak to all animals.
Or is she going?
We're
translates-
telepathically
it's like-
speaking,
We can't understand.
so you all
Okay.
can't hear me.
I just want to know if she was neighing in the corner.
Queen Ava got on a portal and with some of the other heroes, and no one knows where they are. Can you tap into your power and the power of the other unicorns here and help us find Queen Ava and the rest of the heroes?
She's like, I've not been able to. The portal magic is a little bit beyond. That's what I'm good at, and it's not really natural. It's like from our sources.
If
Our connection to Princess Ava is that she's not hurt. You know, like we all have connections. But I've been waiting for you to call because it's time for my purpose to be fulfilled.
Oh Lord. Okay, and what is your purpose, Starlight?
It's like you're going to the Underdark, are you not?
Yes.
It's like my purpose is to accompany you, and I will help you the best I can.
If you make another unicorn die and make me cry, I don't know that I can do this. Okay. Okay, Starlight, thank you. We are headed in that direction, and we would appreciate all assistance that you can give us. If you don't mind, I'm gonna fill in the rest of the party here on what you have told me and let them know that you are wishing to fulfill your destiny by helping us in the underworld.
It's my purpose.
Purpose, destiny, yes.
So, and with that, she walks out. As she walks out, she gives a little nod to the book on the counter.
Okay, so
But no one saw that.
when
Other than the book.
did I take a picture of her? When so when she leaves, I do tell everyone what she said, and that she wants to fulfill her purpose, which is to help us in the underworld, and that although she and her fellow unicorns cannot obtain Queen Ava's whereabouts due to the portal, they do know that she is safe-ish, not injured. So I think we need to go. We don't have time to waste.
Okay.
Alright, well, I go get my stuff ready and I'm ready to roll.
All right. So, Charlie, are you wanting to take your dwarf? You only get to take one.
I know.
So,
I've never used him, so
If you run and tell her,
yeah.
then you have to send a dwarf to us if that is what he
Yeah.
wants to do.
Yeah. I'll let the queen decide who goes. I'll let the queen regent decide who goes. So you can just
When you run, tell her what you want and catch up with us. We're going to the fob.
okay.
well he has
No,
the
we can't
bear-
go separate.
Well, there's no fight.
There's no fight. He's just running off the
if
I
you-
gotta get the bear and
It's
other stuff and
Like,
so.
remember, the longer you go, the worse it's going to get.
I know, but I hate to be separated.
But you're all
We're in the
fighting.
city though. We're
It's like so we're not going to change the board or anything. So right now, Sir Charles has made his way to the West Haven, and he informs the Queen. The Queen is the Regent. The Regent is very interested in this development, and
I didn't tell her I wrote it all in notes that way
I know,
she's
she's ready.
yeah.
So
I didn't want it to
so
be spoken.
she's reading, and she thinks it's a good development for everyone, and that she would very much like an isolated city, of Drow drones that have no magic. She tells what's the name of
Don't Timberwall.
Emberwall. She tells Emberwall to no matter what, trap them in the city with no water. And that since he's leaving, it's like she has something else for Sir Charles to do while that's happening. So she asks Sir Charles to pen a note, so that way they would be willing to accept Emberwall to go with them. So of course Sunny has seen Emberwall along with several others. So the regent stamps her seal on it. So you will be Emberwall on the way. So I'm assuming Belony's been spending some time with the unicorn.
Yes.
So who did the book follow?
This one, because I'm not going that way.
Okay. So it's just, the book's just hanging around watching Belny and the unicorn. The unicorn gives just little glances towards the book, but never reveals the book.
So I don't notice any of those glances.
It's subtle. The unicorn respects people's privacy or things' privacy. It's just it's at such a high magic detection threshold. It would be super.
Doesn't matter how he hides if it has to detect magic.
Yeah, it just always knows. Sarah, have you been writing in your book?
Yeah. The stuff with the black powder, and I'd be going, if we were going to go and get some black powder, I'd be going as well.
Alright, so Sarek asks if he could go with Sir Charles.
He can.
And so
He's a follower of Tyr, so
yeah, so Sir Charles gladly does it since you're a follower of Tyr. And you are introduced to Emberwall, a dwarf who is also very good at using materials. So you two are welcome to collaborate about.
Well, basically, I would just use the help action on anything that he would be making as far as bombs, since I've got proficiency with the alchemy tools.
Yes. So okay. So do you want to make it there, or do you want to be on the way to where you're going to blow it and be making it on the way, or make it there? So you have you and Emberwall have three choices. Make it before you go, make it on the way, or make it once you get to the location.
Probably just make it on the way, because if we're going to be traveling, there's going to be downtime and resting.
Okay. So, because there is a portal into the Underdark that they have done, that the party has found before, that's close to the Underdark. That the party had discovered them, that there were 4 of them. So there's one that can throw you near, but it'd still be about 2 hours on foot through the Underdark. But still, that's not too bad. So it'd be an hour to the portal, and 2 hours to the location you can blow it.
And I would also write to the rebellion about the few men-at-arms that were watching the city to kind of meet up with us.
Okay.
While we're on the way, kind of intersect us. That way we could all meet up at the Drow city with some of the men-at-arms.
Okay. So are you asking for them to try to pull some forces off, or to join you?
No, just to join us and meet up with us before we do anything.
Okay.
Towards the Drow city.
Okay. So some of the resistance fighters will come and basically give you some guard. So I will allow that. They know your coordinates to meet up. Is that appropriate?
Yeah.
Okay. So they will be able to get there before you. This is what they come back. So they will try to start securing the area for your arrival if needed. Is that acceptable?
Alright. Yeah.
And I'm gonna locate my Fey Bear, since he's intelligent and he speaks Dwarvish.
Right.
I'm gonna tell
Well,
him.
actually, because are we, we're still in one of the main cities that has a portal, right?
Yes. But you have, like, the portal that goes into the Underdark is not here. You have to go to another one that's already been established.
Okay. Oh, I just knew that, like, the last time, like, we were able to use the portal to go, like, anywhere we had been before.
But you'd never stepped off the portal, so you're allowed to make additional portal.
That's the thing. We've all stepped off now.
Everyone stepped off all these portals.
Timberwall's never been on one. So
No, Emberwall's never been on one.
Ooh.
That's right,
Well,
Emberwall.
no, I was just trying to see if
No.
we could maybe just take the materials and just, you know, maybe me and the other guy just teleport to the Drow resistance and make the bomb there while everybody else is still meeting up.
All right, so
If we were able to portal in.
well, no, I'm gonna say that you and Emberwall are having this conversation, and Emberwall's never activated the portal to a spot, so technically he can actually create a portal from the throne room to the blow up location, and actually cut you all some time. So it's like, thanks to what you telling him about the portals, but the dwarf's like, no, this is how portals actually work. Because so does that what the party want to do? You want to try to load up everything, get on the portal. That means you're going to get there before the resistance helpers. Is this acceptable?
Well, because they're already watching the city, though, right? So, like, couldn't we just portal?
You're not
to
going
where
to.
they're at?
You're not going to the city. You're going to cut the water off to the city. If
Yeah, we would be portaling to the water source.
Gotcha. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, because the city's already infected. You got to go upstream to make sure that it can't, the green water can't get out of the city and affect
Gotcha,
other
okay.
things. So
You could you could message the resistance and let them know to maybe try to create a bit of a distraction on the opposite end of town from the water source.
We're not talking about very strong people here.
yeah,
No. I'm not saying a fight. I'm just maybe they could create a distraction on the other side of town that would draw maybe some of the forces to one end of the city away from the water source where we're going to be at. Not asking them to fight, just, you know, something subtle.
It'd be better for them to just meet up with us.
Alright.
All right. The resistance says they can send 6 helpers to meet up with you.
All right.
So that's your book through tells you that they can send 6. They will, like, depending on the timing and everything. If you all don't dilly dally, they should be able to get there at least 30 minutes after you all can get there to help.
So we only have to stay alive 30 minutes.
Well, that's for them to get there. You still got to plant like. Luckily, between your alchemist and the dwarf, they'll have to survey the best places to put the explosion parts to make sure to bring it down correctly, because it can still be for naught. If you don't actually dam it up enough, then it's not going to matter. Engineering. But the dwarf between the dwarf and the alchemist, to make sure with the alchemy tools, they should be able to roll good enough to determine how much explosive to use and where to put it, and hopefully be able to hold off anything bad that could come your way while they are doing this. So can everyone guess
It's an escort quest.
That's portaling there.
Yeah.
So, I'll.
So basically, we gotta make sure they stay protected while they do their job.
Maybe. Possibly.
There was ever a
As the
time
DM
for
grins
rock.
and grabs. Yeah, as the DM grins and grabs
Stand on
monsters.
one.
I like grabbing monsters.
Kegs.
Just grabbing explosives.
Kegs.
Explosive.
They're not.
But I want
alcoholic
it to explode.
kegs.
Big bada boom.
You know what? I just realized, like, I got all these dice over here. I don't necessarily have to use it on auto dice.
That was random.
Multi-pass.
He's not gonna fit, so.
Doesn't matter. He's not going.
Yeah, crap. Yeah. Don't need him now, crap.
I got like 3 bags of dice over here.
Multi-pass.
Where's your dude?
That's really loud, Ben.
My bad.
You know I'm gonna struggle with that.
I was getting my math rocks.
Yeah, shiny math rock.
No, they're not all shiny.
Oh, I got shiny math rock.
I just have a lot of math rocks. Pretty colored math rocks.
Well, you can tell they're not from West Virginia. They'd be called meth rocks.
No, math.
Well, I'm just gonna see if, maybe these actual dice roll better than the auto-generated crap from D&D Beyond, because I know Roll20 always used to screw me over too. I'd have days where I could never roll above a 10.
10. You're not getting enough sleep last night?
Yeah, I slept well. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing. Because I don't know.
Same thing we do every day, Bellamy.
Try not to die.
Try not to die. Yeah,
Did-
that's
I
about
got a question.
Why'd you knock the
I
unicorn
didn't mean
over?
to. I was
Oh,
trying to get him off.
I thought Drenan did.
Did the book sneak his way into the supplies?
Yes.
Put you over
Supplies.
there.
I'm just gonna let you automatically succeed with your automatic stealth, because like here's a bunch of stuff, and I can see the book just sort of popping on there.
Don't ride on the unicorn's head.
You transferred him over to me.
Man, I thought we were gonna bring a bunch of unicorns. I wanted to ride one.
I sent you the link.
If you should,
Man, I could actually technically travel faster now that I think about
I
it.
just used it off Messenger.
Because, as long as I know where I'm going, I can dimension door, hurt myself as a turn, dimension door, like.
Oh, just pop.
And I can bring someone with me. That's the beauty of dimension door.
I think it has a range on it.
Just
That's why it
well,
kept
500
saying
feet, but literally every turn, dimension door, 500 feet. That's 2 turns, cover 1,000 feet. Take a turn to damage
Hey,
myself.
why don't we
to get
just-
thoughts back and do another 1,000 feet.
You might need to do that to place some of the explosives.
Or
Yeah,
get
so
away.
don't do that now.
I'm covered in that.
Well, he doesn't know that you got it covered. It's like, do you?
No, I don't. I don't have them covered on that.
See,
Watch
if
your
you do
thing.
it smart, you hold your action to dimension door till the end of the round or until like just before your next turn. That way you dimension door as a reaction, and then I get my turn.
So, Charlie, you need to go to this link, the link that I'm sending you,
Okay.
and then claim it. So I'm going to